I have recently come up with a new acronym. I love acronym. This one is called FACT. It represents frustration, anxiety, confusion, and tension. I'm sure we can all relate, if not to all, maybe at least one, because they usually come as a group. Now, looking at that, it's like, well, what's the cause? What is creating that? And no, we're not pointing our finger at other people. Okay? I know we're all good at it, but we're talking about self. All these things, fact, it usually comes from situations we're currently in. It also comes from situations we believe others create. It comes from not being happy. It also comes from wanting change, but nothing is working based on the way you perceive it needs to work, no matter what you do. In a nutshell, I really believe it comes from fear, which comes from the sense of lack of control. So here's my take on control. You are only in control of two things. That's right, two things. Your reactions, and that is reactions to your choices and the choices made by others. That's all you're in control of. And I will tell you, many of my folks do not like when I say that. They don't want to know that that's all they have control of. But think about it. You get to choose what path you want to take. And then you get to choose what reaction you have to the path you've taken or the choice you've made, but also your reaction to other people's choices. Now, it doesn't mean we can change the circumstances. But if a circumstance is creating frustration, anxiety, confusion, tension, that's all coming from within you, not from them. Don't get me wrong, those feelings are real, those emotions are real. I'm not making light of that. But what do? Well, you have a choice. You have a choice to remain in the situation that is creating it, or you walk away from it. That's a choice. And that's called control. You have a choice to speak up about the situation. Not complain, but speak up. Not about what they're doing wrong, but how the situation is affecting you. Then it's their choice of what they want to do about it. You've done your choice. If you don't feel like there's any change, no matter what choices you have been making on it, what choices regarding who you go talk to about it, a boss, the boss's boss, a therapist, a counselor, there's choices. But it's up to you to do something about those choices. No choice is still a choice. So make a choice. I don't believe in failure. I believe there's good choices and many times not so good choices. But they're still choices. But when we make a choice and it doesn't feel like a very good choice, your reaction can be either condemning yourself, flogging yourself, or seeing the reaction and recognizing what it's trying to tell you. Maybe it's time for another choice. It's not easy for many people to make a choice because of the fear of the unknown. But that's part of our lives. Nothing is ever going to be perfect the way we believe it should be. That's right. It's okay to have our own perceptions. They're real. But we need to look at the bigger picture. So when you make a choice, you've taken a step. You've taken a step to help with my acronym, FACT. If you allow fear to come into play, is that what you always do? Or do you feel strong about your choice? Are you being true to you about your choice you're making? Or is the choice you're making trying to please others? It never works when we're trying to please other people based on their perceptions. Our choices should feel right to us. They can be a little scary, but they still need to feel right. Our gut always tells us when it feels right. Once choices are made, how you react is huge. How you react to others is huge. You can have a poor me attitude with your reactions, or you can sit there and say, okay, how can I shift this? How can I change my reaction? Most of our reactions are based on habit, on past experiences, past hurts, past fears. So how do we want our reaction to be different? Well, first of all, not anticipating what somebody else will say, do, think, or feel, or act based on your reaction. The reaction has got to be right for you. If you feel you are doing what is right for you, then remind your own mind that that's what it is. Remind yourself that you have value for the choices you have made. You deserve to be happy. You deserve a calmer life. Another acronym for FACT, or FACT being the acronym, is fearless action creates things. And those things almost always end up to be positive. So you get to choose which acronym of FACT do you want. Fearless actions. Actions mean in your thoughts, in your words, in your movement. Things that change can mean the world around you, your relationships, your own feeling about yourself. Being fearless is not worrying or being so concerned about how other people are going to respond. Fearless actions change things. If you want to have things change in your world, you take the action in your thoughts, your words, your physical environment, and be fearless because you are worth it. You have value. And nobody has the right to take that from you. It's real, it's important, and it's true. Don't wait for other people to validate you. You must learn how to validate yourself. And that is through your choices and your reactions. They're pure, and keep them pure. I hope this helps you in a little bit of ways. No one needs to have a negative fact happen. Let's work for the positive. And so it is.